You're live, you're building an audience. Hey guys! Let us know where you're from while we're getting the show going here. We have a wonderful night of fun and or excitement planned for you. Not really. Let's start with a weekly recap. How did the week go? Last week was fun and exciting. We started something new, which if you follow us on Facebook and or YouTube, which I'm assuming you do, you got a chance to check out. If you're on Facebook, hey Eric, you caught us do like a daily, I'm not going to say vlog, I'm just going to say Facebook check-in. Happy Monday! Let's begin with the greatest show on earth. It does feel like a bit of a circus. Anyway, so we shot a couple videos throughout 4 days.
Yeah.
Because Fernando, even though we worked 6 days, Fernando was out 2 days for the family thing. That's why Paul filled in. Texas, love it.
Brooksville.
Tony, what's up, Tony?
Robertson.
I don't know why. I'm sorry.
Good evening, Tony.
So we started the vlog.
Yeah.
And then on Sunday, I took all the clips and I made a 20-some-odd minute compilation of all those. And we really wanted you guys to go check it out and tell us what you think.
William,
constructive criticism. And mainly constructive criticism. We really want to know if this is a format we obviously this channel we're trying to grow it as much as possible. We want to give you guys as much information as possible. We don't want to do anything that's going to waste anybody's time.
Yep.
One of the comments in it, which is, I don't mind constructive criticism. I like positive and or negative as long as it is placed in a way that makes sense. I like this, here's why. I don't like this, here's why. To me, that's great. That's what we're looking for because we want to make it better for you. We don't want to waste anybody's time. Ed, what's up, Ed? So, you know, if you checked it out, let us know what you think. Obviously, like we know it's rough right now because.
And this is the first one.
This is the first one, and it will get better.
Yeah.
And one of the comments on it that I took to heart and makes sense was we were kind of goofy, and yes, we were because we don't know how we're and you know we cut it up. I mean, we work 6 days a week together. We put an obscene amount of hours. Sometimes the sanity of doing that, you have to be a little goofy.
Tony.
Ohio.
11:32 p.m. UK. Thank you, Tony.
I'll be thinking of it tonight at 11:30 when I'm at our time when I'm going. Man, I need to go to bed. But what we really want to know. Oh, Mexico.
Hola, Gerardo. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Gracias.
What we really want is to know where we should go with the show. We're gonna try a little. We're gonna change it up a little bit this week. Maybe less goofiness, as it were. We want to make it fun and informative. That has always been the goal of this channel. Is fun and informative. I don't want to sit here and dictate owner's manuals to you guys. I want it to be enjoyable. So that is really the goal here, that we're in the end that's where we want to be. We want to make as much content as we can physically do in the time that we have in our lives. So yeah, check it out and let us know. I was wanting to know what tape you guys. It's called Tesa, T-E-S-A. If you go on Amazon, it usually sold in a 3 to 5 pack. It is the felt interior automotive tape. There's a couple videos we have from the install bay where I actually have links to it. If you want to, I don't know which one. I did a couple recently where I'm going to start just putting links to all this stuff in all the videos from, because we get asked this a lot. So I'm just going to put together. It's a time thing. How much time do I want to put into that versus editing to get more content up? So
Louisiana.
Trying to get all. Content is king. We want to make content. A little goofy because most people don't want to watch a film reel. Saw enough of those in school. Exactly.
Yeah.
Don't change anything. That's why
Ryan
we watch.
from Australia. Thank you, Ryan.
If you go back and watch some of our original YouTube videos, we got real goofy and nobody liked them. So we've definitely brought it back a little bit.
There you go. That's Tony. Tony Robertson say, see, don't change anything. That's why we watch it.
And there again, I don't plan on going too far left or right. I just want it to be what you guys want. So, you know, if we get a little goofy, it's only natural. I mean, we're human. I mean, at the end of the day, we're a human thing. Another thing that was interesting last week is that we did the 911 Genesis. And
Yes.
this created a lot of... it was a 911 rescue, and we did a before and after Facebook Live.
Yeah.
And you guys really got worried that... how do you feel about PDX V9?
Okay.
Number 1 5-channel amplifier on the market. Okay, you guys got worried that we were going to stop doing 911 rescues, and that is never going to happen. Those are the best videos we can make because it shows you what this is what it looks like, and this is typically bad,
Yeah.
and this is what it should look like, which is good, and this is what you should be paying for if you're paying someone like us to do it. It should look like this, not like that.
Yeah.
So. And without picking on anyone, because
No.
it's not our goal is to embarrass anyone or make anyone feel bad.
This is how we work.
And make you guys out there do better work.
Yeah.
And hopefully other stores that watch our channel, which we know there are, be like, hey, we need to step up our game too. So fun and informative all the way. Let's get on with the show.
Okay, so first question, Anthony Garcia. He say, I replaced my door speakers to the Rockford Fuzzgate Punch on my 94 Dodge Dakota. The bass is turned all the way down. Bass boost is off and the loudness also. Why I still have bass?
Okay, so if it's the Dodge Dakota, it might be the premium sound system. If it is the premium sound system, the factory 6-inch or 6x9 is a 6-inch. In the door is a woofer. It is not a full range driver. If you're still using the factory radio and or aftermarket radio and you didn't bypass the factory amplifier, that is why it thinks it's a subwoofer. So if you have an aftermarket radio, you need to go and bypass the factory amplifier. It's a loop, meaning there's 8 wires coming in and enough wires going out that you just have to loop it at the amplifier. I think we just did a video on that in a Dodge.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why you're getting bass out of those more than likely.
Okay, so John, he said, love the 911 emergency repair.
They're not going anywhere.
Keep posting those on YouTube.
Yes, we will.
Yeah.
We're like I said, we're not doing away with them. That day we were just pressed for
Thank you,
time.
John.
The customer was actually walking around a lot. If you paying attention, you heard her just a little bit in the video. And the only part that I didn't catch, I was kind of bummed about, was we charge. Okay, we're not inexpensive. Okay, we're not also stupid expensive either. We're kind of somewhere between where
right in the middle,
we feel what we're doing is worth it. I don't like to get into price. That's not my thing. That's Paul's thing. He just constantly tells me, we charge them. I'm like, hey, whatever. You charge them what you want. I don't know. As long as my paycheck cashes at the end of the week, it's fine. But she had made the comment, you guys charge me a lot more than that guy. Well, she had come in right when we had her car stripped. So, like, when we took the panels off, you saw how we ran the wire, and she's like, now I know why. And it was like...
Oh, yeah, that was...
And I apologize if I'm accentuating how she was talking. No, it's not intended.
If we could have capped that...
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's I feel bad whatever she did, so... Yeah. But we got her straightened out. She was extremely happy.
All right, Martin. Hey, Dean. How do you feel about the Alpine PDX V9?
I love the PDX V9. I feel for the money, for the size and performance. It's 900 watts. It's 900 watts all day long. It's extremely clean. If I was to say anything bad about it, because everyone always has to piss on somebody's cornflakes, is the gain input is way sensitive. So you don't need to do anything with the gain. Most of the time, it's a 5% gain, meaning if this is all the way down, 5%. Yeah. And that sucker is maxed out. Alpine doesn't have a real hot output out of their radios anymore, so they kind of build their amps the same way that they do a lot with the little. So on those amps, they sound great, keep the gains as low as possible.
Yep.
No reason to overdrive that input stage. And the other thing with those amplifiers, if you do overdrive the input stage, you will shut the amplifier off because they do have clip detection built into the amplifier. They're not cool like an SMD Rockford where you have the light that turns on. They just shut off. Yeah. So keep that in mind. But no, I love the amplifiers. It's actually right here behind Fernando. He's hiding it.
Right here.
Yeah, it's right there. That's it. We keep it right there, so I don't have to walk to the back to tell people about it.
Yep. All right. Yes. So, Gabe said Rockford Power BDCP. That's the BDCP.
BDCP.
Yeah, versus JL/. That will be...
That's their amplifier. So the
Okay.
BD is their higher end constant power. CP is constant power.
Okay.
And the Slash series is also a constant power amplifier. So very similar functionality. And I believe they also have the ability to a 2 ohm, 1 ohm, they all do that.
I think yeah, is 1 ohm. Yeah.
And it's funny we're just talking about the PDX V9 because the Slash and the PDX amplifiers, one is a lot like the other. We'll just say that. You guys can kind of put that together, I hope. Anyways, that's a tough call. You know, for me, the Power Series amplifiers are kind of long in the tooth.
Yeah.
I don't feel... I would personally like the Punch Series better. I feel that they've done more with those amplifiers. So, if
This
those
is
are my
good.
two choices, I might go Slash.
Okay,
even though I
this
don't
is
sell
good.
them.
Hello from where?
Sweden.
This is Sweden.
Sweden.
This is Sweden.
Sveden.
Rick R.
Autocorrect probably screwed him up.
Yeah.
We had, I think he might have chimed in, last week? I don't know. Anyway,
All right.
okay.
All right, so
Hi.
Jason say, when you install speakers into the doors, do you have extra clips in case they break
Yes.
when
Yes.
you pull in the door speak? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we have a lot.
We have a lot. We have a whole box full of extra clips. Basically, every
Mm-hmm.
clip you could imagine. A lot of cars, when you're swapping things out, taking things out, clips break, clips go bad. Amazon sells boxes of clips that you can buy, as well as auto parts stores. So for over the years, and also sometimes you take out panels that you don't need to put back in. There's clips there. So yeah, we have boxes of clips. So we always are saving, finding, using, gluing them back on. Yeah.
All right, so thank you, Chris. Thank you for watching. Sherman, same. Thank you for watching. Ed, enjoy watching your videos. Anyone that doing car audio regularly? Salman, Steve Mead, JP.
What's the question? I'm sorry, I was
he
looking.
loved-
My friend Greg just
Yeah.
chimed in.
No,
enjoyed
he loved
those.
watching the videos.
Right.
So like Steve Mead.
Oh, he likes watching them
Salman,
too.
Yeah, you guys.
Check out. There's some dudes out of Canada. What's I always forget their name. Soundphonics. Yes.
Soundphonics. It sounds like Sound Phoenix.
Yeah, but it's Phonics.
But it's Phonics. Yeah, I think so.
They have a vlog they do out of Canada. I believe it's Soundphonics. They do a daily vlog. They're pretty good guys. I've obviously through YouTube talked back and forth with them. It's a neat show. If you're into the audio stuff, check them out. They're up and coming. But they do a daily vlog. Got to work on their camera edits a little bit, but other than that, just kidding.
There you go. So Wainwright, keep doing what
Carphonics.
you
Yeah,
do.
that's it.
Carphonics. There you go.
I love those guys. Those
You
guys are
got
fun
it.
to watch. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Wainwright, keep doing what you're doing. You're not embarrassing anyone. They doing their own thing, so we good.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we know we're not going to make everyone happy. We want to capture obviously
Thank
the
you,
most
Wayne.
of you that we can, and I don't want to waste anybody's time. I mean, that's really what it comes down to.
What product have you sold that have you most return product?
Okay, so the products that I hate selling, we call fun in a box, have to be the HID headlights. We carry them, we don't install them anymore because we have no luck with them whatsoever. As far as audio equipment that we get back on a regular basis, as far as radios go, there's really no radios. There's very few amplifiers.
About the HIDs that he say, we still sell it.
Yeah.
But we don't install it.
I think I got that.
Yeah, that's good.
I
Right?
think I said that.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Okay.
As far as product goes, I mean, really it still comes down to speakers. I think subwoofers are really the thing that we swap out the most, and it's not brand specific. And 9 times out of 10, if a subwoofer goes bad, it's something over the counter. We very rarely get subs that we install, for whatever reason, back. Although, last Monday when you were out, we did a video where we did a 911,
Okay.
and we redid the guy's whole system, and he took it to the guy who had installed it and had him retune it after we tuned it. And he comes back to me to add the battery. He wanted the battery. And he's like, oh, man, whatever you do, just don't touch the gains, man, because I had the guy that put it in the first time go back and retune it. And I'm like, So basically, when he was at like 20 on the volume knob, it was like, "Hey man, look at me!" I just clicked the microphone.
Crazy.
Oh, it pissed me off something fierce. It's like, why did you pay us to do it and then let this guy screw it back up again? Poof.
Okay, so John said the weekly blog, it's awesome. Tell Dean it's Monday, just in case he forgot.
It's run day, so I know today.
Will you guys ever install system in the RV?
I've done it in the past. The problem is where we run into on that one. We have a mobile guy that goes out and does most of that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just don't have the space to park an RV in the parking lot.
No. Okay, Shane, do the Pioneer Shadowman 12 sound good in the porta box?
Yeah. I mean, one of our a friend of ours that does this for a living. If you guys saw the Suicide Squad, the car that was in it, that pink thing, it's called a Vadar. That's made here locally, and a buddy of ours actually builds parts for that car, and one of those is the stereo in it. And there's nothing he loves more than taking one of the Shell Mount Pioneers and put it into a porta box.
Yeah.
So
Vader.
the Vadar.
That's my car.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
G35
Anyway.
Converted. Anyways.
That's awesome.
So yeah,
So
they work in a porta box. They also work in a band pass too.
Yeah.
Who knew?
All right. So Donald, what's the top selling brand in your shop?
Pioneer. We sell more Pioneer than probably everything when it comes to radios. It's Pioneer's here, Kenwood is down here somewhere, and then Alpine is on the floor. As far as like amplifiers, it's a toss up between Rockford and Kicker. It really just comes down to what Paul feels like that week.
Yeah.
As far as subwoofers go, I want to say we probably sell more Kicker subwoofers than anything else.
All right, Corey. What's the one vehicle you hate to work in?
I'm not a big fan of the Honda Civics.
I think for me it will be the Nissan Maxima.
Yeah, well, the Nissan Maxima Altima, which you
Yeah.
got lucked out. You missed on Saturday.
Oh yeah, you got that one.
Yeah.
Did you pull the
Ernie had
emergency brake?
Ernie found a way around that.
Okay.
But yeah, no. There isn't any particular car that I hate. Like, oh God, it's not that car. There's just cars that you just like little things that irritate you on because you have to do extra stuff that like he doesn't like those because you have to pull the emergency brake out to get a good hole in the firewall, so it takes extra time. But there's nothing that's like, oh damn. There's just cars you look at and go, oh. And a lot of the time too, it has really nothing to do with the car. The reason why we're not a big fan of Civics is because everyone that owns one wants to slam it to the ground, and it typically won't fit up our ramp. So it's like we have to work on it outside in the middle at 2 o'clock on a weekday in the summertime when it's 98 degrees and humid as hell and just baking on my fair skin.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Next
All
question.
right, so Gilberto say, have you guys heard any subwoofers from DB Drive or Orion? If so, what are your general opinion on them? I'm looking to the Orion XTR or the DB Drive Euphoria.
Well, every year at Daytona, Orion puts out a really big presentation there, and a lot of the SPL guys are running those this year. I believe they were running the HCCAs. I'm not sure. I haven't really kept up with the line.
Hi, Alexander.
But yeah, no, they're both really good. I mean, when it comes to an SPL woofer, it's hard to go wrong. I mean, spend the most you can, and they're gonna bass hard.
Okay, so what's the video called so I can figure it out my bass issue? That will be the Dakota.
Oh, it was I think 2 weeks ago, how to bypass a factory amp. It's in the install bay playlist. I want to say it was 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
You say hi to Bill?
Hi, Bill. Oh, Bill?
Yeah,
Bill's
Bill,
on? Hey, Bill.
Look, that's a lot of questions.
Okay, just keep going. Just keep going. Shush.
So if you can...
I'm speeding it up. Relax.
I'm just
You're
saying.
wasting time now. Come on, man!
Right. Audio Control Matrix Plus line driver. Ever have any problem with general noise, like static noise after hooking it up? I'm missing with the internal switch. Any ideas?
Sounds like you got a bad piece of product. I mean, you shouldn't get any static or noise or anything like that with that product. So that might be an issue with the circuit board. I would not hesitate to give Audio Control a call. They have great technicians there that will be more than happy to help you. They love their product. They stand behind their product. So call them. They're there to help you. Just keep in mind they're on the West Coast. So if you're here or wherever you're at, they're on West Coast.
Okay, Justin, 2013 Arcadia. I think he think he's meant. Add an amp and subwoofer to the factory Bose system. What do I need?
If you have an Arcadia, you're going to need a high-level to low-level adapter, and you're going to need to tap the factory subwoofers, which is an Arcadia is probably the driver in the door, or go directly to the amplifier. Yeah. You're going to want to pick up like a pack on the minimum side, LP72. If you want to go Audio Control, LC2I. And make sure you tap those door speakers, or if it's got the subwoofer in the rear, you want to tap those. Don't tap anything else, otherwise you won't get bass. What's
up, Isaac? When installing a power pack amp, such as the Alpine KTP 455.
Yeah, the brick amp.
Yeah. Make much difference to current Alpine deck powering the 60 RMS door speakers?
Yes.
Carry various results such as light difference to all.
Yeah, it's actually a real powerful amplifier. It sounds way better than deck power. They have the new Sound Miser amplifier that are available on 2 of their units, which is pretty nice. I don't know if I do it on those decks, but we use a lot of those. Okay, we use a decent amount of those. We're not Best Buy and putting them in every car. But when installed properly, makes night and day, especially if you're doing like components up front and you don't want to get into the whole amplifier thing. It will really help those components, because the 18 watts by 4 that's in these is not enough to get through a crossover. Right. That amp will power right through those and make them sound good.
All right. Hey guys, what brand of the car speakers do you think is the best for less than $80?
Probably the Kickers, the CX series. Rockford makes the Prime. Not a fan. I'd say the Kickers.
Okay, so what do you guys recommend? NEX with a nav or add a module by Pioneer?
Okay, if you don't need network mode, just go with the 62, 72, 8200. If you feel you need network mode, then do a 391, 491, and add the module. Personally, I don't do that anymore. We used to do that when the navigation sucked, but the navigation since the NEX has been really strong, so I would just do an NEX.
Okay, so Juan, he say, I have a question. I have an epicenter hookup into my 4200 NEX. I can get the light of the epicenter light up. The epicenter turns on, but wondered if it's doing something wrong with the soft crossovers.
Well, that requires... Alright, so the epicenter says it wants a full range input, so make sure if you have the 4200 that the subwoofer crossover is off in the settings, because I think if it doesn't sense a full range input, it doesn't act properly. So make sure you go into the crossover settings, because factory default on the Pioneer out of the box is 80 Hertz for the subwoofer. Make sure it's turned on, but the crossover's turned off.
Okay.
Try that.
So David, say hi to David.
Hi David. How you doing?
Yeah. Keep the great work. Daily Facebook. Make all this. That's good. Alright. So I rewatched Larry tonight. You guys gotta get coaching. My little league baseball.
Oh, he's got a coach.
Oh, okay.
Read the second word in the sentence. He's got to go to coach his little league baseball.
Hi guys.
Have fun. Soccer.
Hi guys. I hope you guys have a great day. Awesome. Thank you.
It was Monday. It was okay.
Yeah. What's up guys? I have a 2014 Hyundai Sonata Limited. Is there any application of the radio that will be fit in the Metra 997342? Does not fit.
Oh, it doesn't fit?
No.
That would be where I would start.
My radio sits higher up of dash.
Has he tried the kit yet? That's really the thing, cause
that's Curry.
Corey?
Carry.
Carry?
Yeah.
Have you tried the kit yet? Because a lot of the times with those Hyundais, it moves the radio around up or down depending on where it needs to be in the dash, because sometimes the brain of the radio is higher or lower than where it is displayed in the car.
All right. Yeah.
So if you haven't tried the kit, then okay. Really nice thing about Metro. If you go to Metro and you go to metroonline.com, you can download the instruction manual for your car. So in there, great instruction manuals. So you can look at the pictures and see what it needs. A lot of the times you have to do cutting and stuff like that. So download the manual and see if you haven't bought the kit yet, download the manual and see if that helps with that question.
Right. All right. So Greg say, hi, Dean. Could you recommend a 5 1/4 coax marine speaker? Maybe one with LED.
None of the brands we carry make a 5 1/4. Kicker makes a 4-inch with no lights.
No lights, no.
But everything is a 6 1/2.
Yes, it's right here.
The I don't know if Wet Sounds makes one or not, but that would be really the only brand I could think that would make one, and they have rings that you put behind the speakers. So I would check Wet Sounds.
Okay, so James, in a 2012 Sonata with nav, the factory head unit used SPD to the factory amp. SPD.
Okay.
Okay, to the factory amp. If I want to run a complete system to the head unit, amp, speakers, can I remove the factory amp, or do I have to keep it?
The last one of those, we had to keep the factory amp. We had to go after the amp and sum it all together. Kind of sucked. But yeah. Actually, in the end, it turned out great, but no, we couldn't remove the radio.
In the Sonata?
Yeah. That was the one we did for Bill. Where we used like all those audio control summing devices.
Because of the campus. Yes.
Yeah, we had to keep it in.
Great, what up, guys? Okay, so Gray, say what up, guys? You guys are awesome, and you rock. Keep it up. The amazing job you guys doing with these videos. One question: every now and then, my subs will emit a popping noise and cut out.
Ooh.
It's a ground issue or it's issue with the amp. What kind of amp you have?
I mean, ground issues are typically easy to figure out. If you go back to the ground and you can wiggle it, it's loose. If you pop the hood and you look at the ground and it's like an 8-gauge wire and you have a 4-gauge wire running to the back, you might need to increase the ground. If you have a Pioneer amplifier and you get a pop when you turn it off, that's the amplifier. So popping is typically, if the grounds are solid, it's typically the amplifier, and at that point, or it's how you have it hooked into the radio. Like sometimes if you use a high level to low level adapter and it has the auto turn on and off, you make it a pop there when that actually turns off. So it just varies. It could be the radio too. Not that helps much, but that's my go. Okay.
Okay, so that was the popping noise. Alright, so Juan say thank you, guys.
You bet.
Chris say, do you guys flux when soldering?
I was looking at that today because someone asked me a question over the weekend about the solder we use. We get our solder from one of our distributors, and it has flux in it. It's the really, really super thin stuff. And supposedly it says it has resin flux in it, but no, we don't use any extra flux for it. So no.
Okay, so apparently we're blurry tonight.
I would not be surprised. Go Facebook.
It's because I am here.
Because you are here. Okay. Yes.
Well, that sucks.
Oh, shush. Just keep going. Come on.
Okay, so Isaac. He said 2005 Toyota Avalon.
Yep.
XLS. No navigation. I'm trying to replace the factory head unit. Been to a few shops and everyone says I have to relocate the factory head unit.
No, okay, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, I know what he's talking about. Go to metroonline.com and make a dash kit, doubled-in dash kit for that car that comes with a retention so you can keep that top screen. That's what you're trying to do, is keep the top screen. There's a cable for that. Yep. You don't have to retain the factory radio anymore. Well, most people just aren't up to date.
Whoever he went, he said even using the Metro Dash.
No, you don't. We've done those.
Yes.
We've done those.
that's
And I've done them before that, where I did mount the radio underneath
That
the
would be
seat.
good if you, like one day we can make a video for that.
Bring it in.
Yeah.
Drive here. We'll put it in. Film it.
Yes,
But no, I've never had that. Once that Metro, I put them in where that kit before it was available. I had to make the dash kit. That was exciting. And of course, no one knew that it just needed a resistor to keep the radio in play. So I mounted the radio underneath the driver's seat, or passenger front seat. So, but no, we've done them since then, and that kit has worked fine every time. And we've sold a bunch of them because it's a pretty common car. So I know it works.
Okay, so Gilberto, he responded for Polk Audio makes Marine certified 5 1/4 coaxial.
Correct. Yes, and we do carry those. They are the DB series Polk Audio.
But I don't think
They don't have lights.
They don't have lights.
They don't have lights, and they are made out of metal, so they're called marine grade. So it's like a treated metal. So if you're in freshwater, you're probably okay. We sell them here in the saltwater, and they actually do pretty well. But no, we do. That is the 5 1/4 we do carry. So
Yes.
it's just not plastic like everyone likes to see in a marine speaker. It's made out of metal. But no, we do sell those, and they do well.
Okay, so Craig, Memphis monoblock running 210s kicker, Comp RS. I think it's good.
Yeah, why wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
What size?
210s.
No, what size is the Memphis?
He don't say.
Oh.
This is the monoblock. I don't even know what kind of size is the amp.
Perfect.
Marcus say, what's up, guys?
Hey, Marcus, how you doing?
And Bill say, hey, Ronnie.
Hey, who?
Ronnie.
Oh.
Ronnie say, hey.
Hey.
Hey, guys. John, hey, guys. We're installing a power pack amp such as the Alpine. Oh.
Yeah.
We already...
Makes most of them power. What is the more?
What do you get into the what?
I'm
Currently,
looking
they
at the
are running. They are running of the Alpine deck. I have no. We already respond that for the brick amp.
Yeah. The brick
yeah.
amp will make it sound better for
Yes,
sure.
and they definitely make the difference.
Yeah, totally do the brick amp. I mean, if you don't want to get into like a real amp, and I'm using the term loosely when I say real, they're all amps. But if you don't want to get into a big amp where you got to run a power wire and do all that crazy stuff, the brick amps will make your stuff sound better.
Yeah. There you go, Isaac. I'm in California. I wish go drive. Well, you know what? That's funny because this guy from, that's Texas. That's kind of.
Well, no, California's a long drive, man.
Yeah,
It's a long flight.
Well, if you're gonna have like a little vacations, come on, drive, man.
Dude, that's still a long drive. That's a long flight. It never fails. Anytime I have to leave California, I'm on the red eye. Drives me. It's like both times. It's like, hey, you get the red eye. Awesome. And they gotta come to work the next day. Talk about dragging ass.
Well, if he wanna calm down, there you go. Why not?
Look at the, okay, Raymond. I'm putting a Pioneer AVIC 5200 NEX, my 15 Kia Forte SX. What kind of steering wheel adapters I need?
Cool.
Check out the SWIRC from PAC.
Yeah.
I believe that one is a simple install on that. You can go on to pac-audio.com, go on to the RC, or type in your make and model car and see if it is compatible with your car. I don't believe the SWI-CP2 is, but I believe the RC will work. That's the one you want to check first, is the PAC piece. If it doesn't work, then obviously you have to go over to Access and deal with that nightmare of whatever that is. I hate them. But that's what you're left with. So
That's it.
check that one first.
There you go.
Thanks you guys for sharing your knowledge. You're welcome.
Yeah.
That's
all.
Okay. John, I have a video of a power pack demo on YouTube. There you go.
We can check it out.
Yeah.
Do you have a direct fit for speakers for 2016 4Runner?
I believe you can use the Focal, the direct fit, the what is it? The IC690TOY should fit. You can also check out the Kenwood Exelon 7-inch. They make two versions of those. They come with the panels for the Toyotas. The Focal is a little bit more in depth and typically will give you all the plugs you need. We do have a couple videos on that, and I believe the speakers, it's an older truck, but I believe the speaker mounts are still the same.
Okay, PDX V9 sub-channel enough for the JL10W3.
One, it's 500 watts, so, and it's 500 watts. The PDX V9 sub-channel is 500 watts. It's a lot of power. So, yeah, it'll power pretty much any single sub you can put on it.
Want to switch my amp? What amp will you suggest for 210 kicker, comp art, in a porta box?
What ohm?
What kind of ohm?
What ohm do you have for the two kickers in the ported box? That's important. The kicker 600 watt.
The 600.
The CX is the CX 600.1. Really nice amp for those. Performs extremely well. It's 600 watts rated. Typically they come in at about 700 watts with a 4-gauge wire. Your copper 4-gauge wire. We do a lot of those combinations on those woofers, and they sound really good. Up from that, you go to the 1200, which is way too much power for those. Yeah.
All right. So, Bill Freeman say Maestro. Okay.
Maestro.
James say any word on a pack releasing an Amp Pro for a Hyundai?
I wish PAC would update their Hyundai, period. I mean, every time we ask them about Hyundais, I get nothing but excuses from those guys on that. Not to pick on them, I'm not going to conflict with their work schedule, but, dude, I have no idea what the deal with Hyundai with them is. I mean, they haven't updated their steering wheel controls. They haven't updated their dash kits. It's a Hyundai, for God's sakes. I mean, rent one. What's the big deal? I don't understand it.
All right.
But
say hi to Corey. Corey from South Australia, from SA Auto Installs.
Hey, man. How you doing?
Thank you
I love
for
Australia.
coming.
Thank you. Thank you for watching, definitely. And staying up or getting up.
Yep.
Whatever it is.
Thank you, Corey. So, David say, love the shirts.
Cool. I hope he was talking about the 5-star
yeah.
shirts. But.
Yeah. Frank, hey guys. Hello guys, I just talked with Metra. They say they don't make any application kit for the 2014 Sonata Hybrid Limited with navigation. Do you guys make a custom kits?
You know, no, we don't. But it might have to do with the fact that it has the navigation and that the screen is different. Like when we did the Velociter, he had the factory navigation, and the kit wasn't called for that because you were losing some controls, but the kit was the same. But no, I see what you're saying. It's a totally different.
Sonata Hybrid.
Yeah, it's gonna be a totally different kit. No, if they're not making it yet, you gotta have to wait. Sucks.
Okay, Thomas. Fire has 99 to 04 Jeep Grand Cherokee with a premium sound. For some reason, he doesn't want to replace the radio, but the factory amp is bad. Do you recommend bypassing the amp?
What year is it?
99 to 2004. Grip Grand Cherokee.
Gosh.
Do you recommend to bypassing the amp, or is there any go to the amp to use the volume? The issue.
I mean, if it's that old, oh man, you're gonna have to obviously bypass the amp. I mean, I don't even know if somebody's that stuck on keeping it, dude, let it go, man. I mean, sometimes you have to let the customers just kind of go away and come back, because just go away. I don't want to deal with your stupidity, and that's what that is. I mean, I understand, sometimes, okay, my thought on customers, sometimes you have to just let them go. We all want business. The whole point of doing this is to bring in a positive flow of business, but there's just some things that people want us to do that are just out of the realm of why. So something like that, well, it's like, yeah, you could bypass the amplifier, and the deck may actually have power in it, because some of those did, or it has a low output, or you're going to have to add, like, the brick amp we keep talking about. That's going to cost more than just putting a new radio in the damn thing. It doesn't make any sense. So, I mean, sometimes you just got to let them just be like, hey, man, thanks for considering us, but you're insane. Come back another day when you've talked to 10 other guys, and then let us do it the right way.
in the end of the day, it's like you have to explain them. Like,
yeah, but how many times we explain stuff to people and they're just looking at me like, you know, like I had a guy today come in, has a brand new Toyota pickup truck. He's like, man, this thing sounds terrible. I want to replace all my speakers. I want to put it, and it's like, slow it down. It's not the speakers that's making your Toyota sound bad. It's that radio. The radio sounds terrible. Okay. And he's like, oh, but it has all the features I want. I was like, look, we can keep the radio, but just understand that you're going to put a bunch of money into this, and the toilet is here. But, yeah, I mean, not like I'm going to still keep that guy as a customer. But,
right.
I mean, it's sometimes, you know, when it's just like, well, it's a $50 problem, and, hey, if you can get $400 to fix a $50 problem, do it. If you want a $20 fix, okay, sorry,
so,
rant over.
Like he say, I tell my father that he.
You know the other option is junkyard. See if you can find a piece at a junkyard.
Yeah, yeah. Because like in the end of the day, he says only one channel works, so it's, you know.
Yeah. No, I mean, you know, a lot of those you might be able to just find a cheap amp on eBay, swap it out, and get another little, you know, a couple more years out of it. Yeah, it's something to do. But, I mean, like the guy with the Bentley GT.
Yes.
Guy comes in with a chrome Bentley GT and says, man, my sound's all messed up. It's this, that, and the other. I'm looking at it going, dude. And this was a rebuilt, wrecked Bentley GT. And that this guy had no business owning, but he got a great price on it. And I go, dude, that's like a 14, 13 channel amp. I'm like, it would cost you a fortune. And he wanted a $20 fix for a Bentley GT. And I said, eBay. Came back 2 weeks later, found some place that all they do is remanufacture Bentley and whatnot amplifiers. It cost him like $250. Put the new amp in. He sent the old amp back as a core. Got like a refund where it only cost $250. And he was happy as could be.
All right. So Ashley say 4200 NES using Spotify on CarPlay. Any way to use the album artwork without using the iPod mode?
No, CarPlay gives you that funky, grayed out, very vague album artwork in the back. They do that because they don't want you looking at it while you're driving.
Yeah. Okay. So David say yes. 5-star shirts. Cool design.
Thank you. We're gonna start. Okay. Now that real quick on the T-shirts. Now that we're done with that run of T-shirts that we did, that's all that T-shirt's ever gonna exist. I'm not gonna put it someplace else because the guys that bought it, thank you very much for buying it. But we're gonna look for some other place to put the T-shirts because that was a one run and done. That was just something quick to get you guys that wanted the T-shirts to have T-shirts. So we're gonna look into other things. So if you guys have any ideas of websites you've bought T-shirts off of, let me know. I mean, I know there's a couple of them out there like Redbubble and there's a couple other ones. The other thing too is I want to find some place that makes hats because I really want to do hats. I know a lot of guys out there want the hats. And for you guys that are out of the U.S., I'm real sorry about how expensive it is to ship. And I know it, and I totally get it. It's you know, $45 for a T-shirt. I wouldn't pay that either. But thanks for at least considering it. Okay. Sorry.
All right. So Craig say thank you guys. I watch every single video that you guys put.
Wow.
So never miss a single episode. You guys helping me out of the decision of my Pioneer 4100 touchscreen a couple of years ago, and I love it. Would love to for you guys to work in some fabrication on my charger. Well,
we really don't do much fabrication, and by much I mean pretty much none.
But
thank you for
you know what?
considering
Yes,
us.
thank you so much for everything, for all the support.
Paul just doesn't have fabrication as it's too much of a time consumption for how we operate here. So though we've done it in the past, we just don't do much of it anymore. You know, the pretty iron wiring in the amp rack's about as much as we get to do.
Fabricate.
You know, it's like that's okay. Hurry up, guys! Come on, let's move this along.
Yeah, we have another one.
Got another one waiting.
Yeah.
You really gonna film this one? Ah, crap.
Yes. Come on.
Come on, you guys need to film this one today? Come on, man. Come on, let's go.
We have
4 more cars.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, so Martin, last question on the PDX V9.
Yes.
Have you guys used the bandpass
Yes.
feature on the amp? thinking about running 3-way component active?
I did, and it didn't work out the way I was
Hi,
hoping.
Titi.
We ended up doing it and launched the tweeters. I don't know why. We did a crossover calibrator on it and dialed the sucker down, and it just totally, it was some of the X-type tweeters. It launched those frickers out of the door.
Yeah.
So, and it's really the only time we've ran into that problem was on that amp, which is bizarre. Now, we did the 4-channel. No, we didn't. But no, yeah, it didn't work for us for some reason. That might have just been us missing something. But yeah, I had a bad experience with it. I'm not going to talk it down because there again, like I said, it could have been something we did. But we thought we set it up right, but it still ended up blowing the tweeters. So bad on our part. We changed it.
Yeah.
So
All right, this is good. Milas, I have a 17 charger with an Alpine system.
yes.
The sound is good. I just need like a sub to complete the system.
Okay.
What would you suggest?
It's a charger.
It's a charger, 2017.
Well, the nice thing about okay, so in the charger you got those little humps in the back. The Kicker pre-made boxes, actually the 212 box slides right in there like butter, and you can put like some comp Rs in there, 212 comp Rs, pair it up with their 600 watt amp, either the ZX or the CX 600 watt amp, and instantaneous smile on your face. It will be balanced enough with the system. With those amps, you do have to buy the external bass knob, and even though it has auto turn on built into it, and even though I watched their Facebook live show that Kicker does, we've never had good experience with it. Even though they were like, "Oh, it's great, it's amazing, yeah, guys, woo!" And it's like this, "Hey guys, check it out. We're a bunch of 50-year-olds making videos on, So we still use the Pack Audio LP272, whatever the hell it is. We have the video up on. But yeah, so no, in a charger, we go with the Kicker box. If you're just gonna do one sub, Rockford P312.
Yeah.
If you want to do 2 subs, Kicker Comp Rs. There again, unless you want to spend a bunch of money and then do something.
Yeah, because literally it fits right there. Yeah.
So okay. Next
All right. So Mike, this is good. Hey guys, I buy the Pioneer 4200 NAX for my 2016 Ford F-150 because of you. Helping me decide to get it. Thank you.
Oh, you're
I
welcome.
appreciate it. Thank you, Mike.
So did you do the dash kit, that pack dash kit?
Yeah, he did it
Oh,
himself.
you did it yourself, and it worked?
Yeah, he said it works.
That's awesome.
So that's awesome.
We helped add a few amendments to the instruction manual on that one. We found some errors. So yeah, no, that's good on you, because that's not a fun dash kit to build. That's definitely going to be expert level.
Okay, so Corey say we are looking to make a router bench.
Yeah.
Any tips to do one of those awesome racks? For those awesome racks.
I mean, obviously we have the. At the end of the day, all you really need to do is drill a hole in a piece of wood and mount the router up from underneath it. But we have the
Just
Jessam.
make it flush.
We have the Jessam
Yes.
router bits, and then we buy on Amazon. They make a fluted bearing bit that we buy for like $20. Obviously, 12-volt tools, or you can buy a nicer one for 12-volt tools has a nicer one. You can also buy the router lifts there, but if you're just looking to build a simple router lift, it's real simple. Just turn the router, take the router upside down, take the black plastic plate off, set it on a piece of wood, drill the holes that match that, screw the router in. You're done. You have a router lift. Just turn it from the bottom, and that's it. You don't have to buy the $400 mount that we have.
Well, if you want to, you can.
If you want to, you can. I mean, it looks sexy, let's be honest. But no, really, that's it. That's all you have to do.
That's it.
There was a guy I saw flash through that was talking about the Toyota factory sound system sucking.
Toyota.
Yeah.
Yes, he say, of course, and also it's very true about the Toyota radios. They suck.
Okay, well you didn't read that to me. I was really looking forward to that because I was excited.
You excited?
Oh yeah, because I mean,
that's Jesus.
Hey, Jesus. No, I totally agree with that because that Toyota system, just garbage. Yeah. Garbage. Ugh. All right, what's this other?
Chris say I'm doing a 2011 Camaro SS factory radio, speaker replacement. Is the polarity problem common enough in weren't buying to the polarity checker? I did it. Oh yeah, the SMD DD1.
I did purchase the SMD.
Yeah.
I mean, you could get the polarity. Okay. If you have an iPhone, okay, you can go buy which I think I have a video on this a while back.
Yes.
Going to Walmart. Good for you guys. Go away. Okay. Let me see if this will focus. Hold on.
A little bit this way.
All right. See where it says
pop.
Speaker Pop.
Yes.
Okay. Speaker Pop is an app that I believe it might be $3. And you have to obviously have an aux jack, so you'd have to have the aux to whatever.
Yeah.
And what this will do is this will tick. And you just go around to the car next to the speakers and go tick, tick. And this will go plus or minus. Okay, you have to have an aux jack in the car and then obviously an aux jack on the phone. I don't know if they make this on Android. I'm pretty sure they do. The company's name that makes it is...
It's hot there. Yes. Eric, it's hot in here. Very hot.
Oh, don't start singing that song. I don't know who makes this.
No, right? Okay, go.
It's the same guys that make the audio control app. Mm-hmm. But either way, you can also buy the tool that we use for $10 or $13. It's a total must. Like we just did the Camaro, and the rear speakers were out of phase. Yes. I'm sorry, we're out of polarity.
There you go.
Yeah, I was apparently, when I say out of phase and out of polarity, in my mind they're very similar. I understand that phasing has to do with time and the distance the speaker is from the ear, and phase naturally happens. It can turn in and out of phase, just where it's positioned.
And then?
And polarity is the wiring up of the positive and the negative. I get all that. And sometimes when I'm talking, because I've done this for so long, I mix the two words up and I say polarity and phase. And apparently that just really pissed on somebody's cornflakes. It was like, oh, bro, man, before you try to educate people and stuff, you should figure it out for yourself. Instead of going, hey, man, these are the differences between the two. He just immediately goes to total douchebag. That's cool. Whatever works for you. I'm cool with that. I mean... If you're going to be constructive, though, be constructive and explain to me what I might have messed up. I mean, I've had plenty of people do that. Sometimes explaining things in front of a camera isn't exactly the easiest thing to do, as opposed to typing on a keyboard. You can be all ninja like, man, I'm going to tell this guy what he did wrong. But anyways, yeah. Speaker Pop, great app. Totally need it. You have to do it.
All right. So,
sorry.
Cole, say, what are some good tweeters to add on my front door?
Good tweeters. Ooh.
Yes.
Well, it depends. If you want the loudest tweeters that you could possibly buy, but not buy a loud tweeter, the Rockford Power Series T1s or T2s, which are god-awful expensive, will blow you out of the car. With that being said, the Punch tweeter is also very nice, not quite as intense. The Hertz tweeter is also very nice. Not the Dici. The Dici is very cheap and won't last. But the Energy or the high energy, I think it's just Energy now. The Energy tweeter, the Millie is obviously really nice, but that gets expensive like the Punch. If you like smooth sound, like a nice slick, not like... the Alpine R-Type tweeter is a silk soft dome. Yeah. Very natural sounding. Very nice coming off the glass because it's not titanium, it's parachute. Sounds very smooth, very accurate. Very, very,
All right. Eric say, is this hot over there?
Is it hot over here? Okay, so it was 96 degrees at 7:30 Saturday when I went for my run, and I only wanted to pass out a little bit.
Little bit. Okay.
But
okay, so
I made it. And then at 8 o'clock it was still fucking hot. Oh God, I shouldn't say that.
Okay, so Corey say we don't have a router at all. What brand do you recommend? I was told mount and held the bench. Yes.
Porter cable seems to be the go-to router. You can usually get the Porter cables pretty reasonable, but like when I bought my first router, I bought a Craftsman router. I mean, I bought the $59 Craftsman router, okay, and I still have it today. If you've seen the videos, we have the wall of routers.
Back, yeah.
One of those is my first router from back when I was in high school, okay, and it still runs. It screwed up my finger and hates me.
And still
But
runs.
it still runs and does exactly what it has had a round over bit in it for probably 20 years and kicks ass. So, you know, whatever you can
have the
afford,
money,
you know,
yeah.
there's no reason not to buy a $69 router to get the game going. Okay, $69 router will work just as good as a $129 router. If you're in a position in your life where you can be like, I'm just going to buy the best, screw that shit, then buy a Porter cable, buy a Bosch. Bosch routers with the cool wood handles are amazing. I have it. I love one. But there again,
just buy the Jetson.
Well, that's the lift, not the router. But the Jetson lifts are very nice. I really do like them. We're getting ready to buy a second one here sometime this year.
Chris, say thank you for the app info.
Oh, you bet, man.
Any David, watch this.
Okay.
Well, listen this. David say, any good resort near you? I need the excuse to tell my wife to come back and do work.
We have Busch Gardens. You know, is that what he means?
No, resort, like
resort?
a hotel.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, we're in Florida. Literally, Orlando is an hour in, or
No, like Clearwater Beach.
oh, Clearwater Beach.
Right.
Oh
here,
yeah,
man.
my bad.
Yes.
Clearwater Beach is literally 10 minutes away.
It's like nice resorts. You can
Yeah.
come down.
I never go to the beach. I know we live in Florida. We're surrounded by water. I hate the beach. Hate the beach.
I'm not a beach
I
person.
hate the beach. But back to the speaker pop really quick. When Ernie was working for you on Saturday, he's like, bro, let me tell you what, that speaker pop app that you told me about, that saved my ass on that Lexus. He goes, I went around with a 3-inch speaker to every speaker, and I had a 20-foot aux cable, and I had every speaker, like, he goes, I had half the speakers out of phase. He goes, I just went around and was popping everything and writing it down. He goes, man, I don't know how that thing even worked when I played it.
That's
He
what
goes,
he said?
Oh yeah, he was just,
All right.
he's from Georgia, man. That's my crappy accent. I'm sorry.
I got it.
Don't mean
All
to
right.
offend.
All right,
We need
so
that
Eric.
weather here in
Oh,
Michigan.
this is awesome.
Go ahead.
Eric say, I would buy you guys an AC for the bay.
Okay, reason why we don't air condition in the bay. We have air conditioning for the bay. We don't air condition in the bay for one reason. It gets hot as shit in there. People come dressed nicely. They do not want to stand in a hot bay while we work on their car. We have an air conditioning waiting room right there with a big window so you can stand in the nice cool air conditioning and watch us like monkeys at a zoo. We love that. That way they don't want to talk to us. They let us get work done. If they want to stand back there and talk to us, they're more than welcome to. And every one of them always go, why don't you have air conditioning in here? And I just look at them and smile. So it's not why we don't have air. That's why we don't air condition the bay. We sweat a little bit, but we also want people to stay up front.
All right, so
If it was air conditioning, they'd never leave.
Frost say, just say out of face. Us old schoolers say out of face.
Correct.
That's it.
On a face, yes.
Yeah,
We're
that's
old
good.
schools. Exactly. When the woofers were doing this,
It's out of face.
they weren't out of polarity. They were out of phase. Hey, man, your woofers are out of phase.
Hi, Steve.
Doofus.
Yeah.
Just switch to 2 wires. Doesn't matter which ones. Yeah, exactly. Old school. Thank you.
Frost say, come to Portland. It's only 52 degrees.
Dude, I would love it. Dude, we had only 2 weeks of winter this year. There's a guy that was talking about Michigan. He says, we need that weather.
He said we need that weather in Michigan. Well,
I'm from Michigan. My dad's from Michigan. He just moved down here last year from Michigan. He's from Owasso, if you happen to know where that is in Michigan. It's here. And man, there ain't nothing in Owasso but cornfields and soybean fields and deer.
99 is going to be in California.
Yeah. But I tell you what, I'll take that 99 California weather because your weather is way nicer than our weather.
Which one? In California?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, dude. Well, I don't know. When we went to Disney there in July, I had to put on a long sleeve shirt. I was freezing my ass off. It was great. Love it. Okay.
Okay, so behind the Alpine KTP, plug and play, You got any amp that doesn't need to change the OEM stereo?
You mean you just want to plug it into the OEM stereo and get it louder? I mean, you can do the KTP 445U, which is the same exact amplifier. The U stands for universal.
Yeah.
It also has a high-pass crossover built into it, selectable 80 and 120 hertz, as well as selectable input 2-channel, 4-channel. It's the same exact amp, just made for universal application. You can do RCAs or line-level input. So you can use that on a factory radio, and we have, to make the aftermarket speakers that we've put in be louder and keep the factory radio. We also use those the universals a lot of the times in the German cars where we have to remove the factory multi-channel amplifier. Sometimes we'll put 2 of those in because they're cheaper than adding a big 5-channel and they don't want to go all crazy on it. So the universal version of that amplifier is a tool for sure.
Alright, so Stephen Bradley say, is the 4200 NEX GPS better than the 8200? Well, the 4200...
Okay, I get it. Well, no. He's talking about the add-on 280 add-on GPS, and the answer is no. The 4200 obviously is Apple CarPlay, Android Auto.
Yeah. They
both are. So that form of the navigation system is going to be the same. They're going to do all that. You have to have self-service for either one of those to work. The 8200's built-in navigation system is not the same navigation system that comes on the U280 add-on for the 4200. There's no reason I would ever take a 4200 unless I already owned one and had to have navigation and add the U280 for it. I would buy an 8200, get the better screen, the faster processor. They are not the same navigations at all. The 8200 has way more features, way more points of interest, has the nav traffic that the U280 doesn't have. Hope that answers that question. Okay,
so Jesus, from you experience, which model of cars has the worst door they need to treatment to make it solid?
That's a good question. I was going to say which door is the worst to take off, and I was going to say smart car. Smart car sucks. The Corvette sucked too because it's fiberglass. That's a good question. I don't think I've ever really paid much attention to it. At the end of the day, every door needs some form of sound deadening. Unfortunately, most people don't do it. I don't think there's any one car that sucks so much worse than the other. Maybe a Kia or a Hyundai.
All right.
Okay.
So Eric, say what brand drills you guys use to install?
Milwaukee. We use the Milwaukee 12 volt systems.
Yeah.
Okay. The reason why we use the 12 volt systems is because we're working on cars. We don't need 18 volts. I don't need an 18 volt boost pack. If they made a 9.6 volt, I would buy that. They don't anymore. You don't need big drills to work on cars.
They small. You need to.
Big battery packs. The 12 volt is fine. The other nice thing about the 12 volt battery pack is you can use it to power up things. Mm-hmm. So like every now and then when you're testing a camera, you just jam it into the battery pack. You test a radio real quick. Oh. You can jam it into the battery pack.
Yeah.
Okay. Make sure it's still recording.
Yeah.
That's the Milwaukee's. And I will say this: I was there again at Ernie on Saturday. He's got the Makitas. And I said to him, how do you like the Makitas? Because I used to always use Makitas. That was the go-to drill, was you had to have Makita, but the batteries always sucked. Mm-hmm. And he's like, oh, no, they're okay. I've had them for this X amount of time, which is about as long. He goes, but the batteries are starting to suck. And I didn't say nothing. I go, okay. Just left it at that. So
all right,
I like my Milwaukee's.
Raymond say, can I cut a Kicker L7 box and half to use once off?
Well, it's hollow on the inside, and the port's kind of long, so probably not. I mean, you'd have to get really creative to do that. At that point,
or
it would be
just
a crank
buy
shame.
a single box.
Yeah, you could
better
buy the pre-made L7 box for like $70.
There you go.
So I would probably do that. Okay.
Okay, so James say, how much sound deadening do you actually need to cover the whole door or just around the speaker? So
that's a great question. That's like we call it the baked potato. So a lot of the times you'll see on Instagram where they baked potato the door. And by a baked potato, if you ever take a baked potato, you wrap it in aluminum foil, you put it on the grill, you put it in the oven. That's what they do to the door panel. Some people will argue that's what you have to do to make the door sound good. And at the end of the day, that's not the case. What you're trying to do is reduce any vibration on the door. You don't have to go crazy. You just have to, any place that the metal has an opportunity to vibrate, you put sound deadening on it. So a lot of the times what you're looking at is the area directly behind the speaker, or if there's any long flat panels, which are usually between whatever guard frame rails there are on the door. You could tap it, you put a piece there, you put a piece on the top, you put a piece on the bottom, and then wherever the speaker's mounting. All those bends in the door are to make the metal more rigid. You're just trying to make it not vibrate on a level. So no, you don't have to go crazy. The other thing too is don't cover screw hole like bolts. So like a lot of these doors now, you have to pull the doors apart to service the windows and stuff like that. Everyone likes to dynamat over that. That's the dumbest thing in the world to do, because how are you gonna? You're honestly gonna go to a mechanic when your window's broke and go, "Hey man," he's gonna hate you, and he's gotta cut all that dynamat shit off. So if there's ever a seam, make sure you go around the seam. All right. But yeah, you don't need to baked potato the door.
All
no, right. But you do need fast rings.
Yes.
Pick up some fast rings. Those, I think those might make more of a difference than dynamat or roadkill as we use.
Well, definitely is gonna like improve the sound.
Fast rings are a must. I would totally do those. Like if I had to do one or the other, I would do fast rings.
All right, Savin Smith say, hey, question. I have a 2013 Charger. I'm trying to pick the lock, and I'm stuck between a pack for the 4-channel or the LC2i for the bass, or the LC7i.
So you're keeping the radio?
I'm guessing, yeah.
Why would you
pick the O's? Yeah.
I would get rid of the radio. I gotta be honest with you. For as much money as you're gonna spend on an LC7i or something like that, for a couple $100 more, I'd get a new radio.
Okay, so he said could even do the LCQ1, but the factory stereo actually has decent sound.
If all you're doing is adding a sub
to make it happy.
If you, it doesn't though, man. It's the radio. The radio, Dodge radios are like the Toyotas. I mean, I would do a new radio before I did any. It's a 2013.
I think they already made dash kits for that.
Oh, they do. Yeah. I believe they do. Either way, the LCQ1 is a nice piece if you don't need to do summing. So if it has the factory amplifier, that's going to add a lot of variables to it. If it's just the 4-channel output, as we call the 8 on that, it has front rear sub coming out of the radio, you can use the LCQ1. The LCQ1 is a great way to fix the crap that's coming out of the radio. Simple to do. If you have the amped stereo that has just the 4, I mean it just has a left-right coming out and there's an amplifier located next to the emergency brake, that's a whole nother nightmare. You're going to have to do all kinds of summing. You're going to need an LC8i to do summing to add a 4-channel amp. At that point, add a new radio.
Alright, so for us say the worst car is the smart car. Definitely.
Oh yeah, dude, they're fun.
You got to take the whole thing.
Yeah. I have to say, thank God for YouTube on that one, because I'm just staring at it going, I know it comes off from the outside, but where do I start?
Yeah. Okay, so Gonzalo say, thank you for the answer. You got Metra products for 2012 Toyota 4Runner. Connectors, dash, speaker connectors.
There's a possibility we have them. We stock Best Kits, Metra, a couple pieces of SCOs, some Connects too. We try to stock whatever the best version is for that kit and or whatever kit is available. So some kits, Best Kits makes a lot nicer than Metra. Sometimes Metra is always first most of the time. So we'll buy that kit and use it until usually Best Kits comes out, and then Best Kits is prettier. If Metra is the only kit manufacturer that makes that kit, then we'll have that kit. We stock an obscene amount of kits.
Okay, so Cam say, where can I find a cheap sound deadening? A buddy of mine recommends some pipe tape. Would it get the job?
No. You know, there's a ton of sound deadening stuff out there. You basically just want to look for something that has butyl, the butyl rubber back with the aluminum foil on the outside. Dead Skin, Roadkill, Dynamat. The problem is if you don't get a good version of it, with the heat, it'll just peel right off and fall into the bottom of the door. So And you don't need a ton of it. I mean, you can pick it up by the sheets. If you bought 3 sheets of sound deadening, you should be able to do enough of your door to make a difference.
Yeah.
And that's probably $40-50.
All right. So David say fuse big 3 wire from the alternator to the battery.
Fuse it?
Fuse, yeah.
I'm paranoid, so I'm gonna say yes. It's not necessary if you could see the wire the whole way and you like living on the edge. And there again, it's going to be one fuse located somewhere in the middle, so I don't know what good it's going to do. It just makes me feel better at nighttime. A lot of people don't fuse it. Just really comes down to how lucky you feel. You know, if you put it by the alternator, you still have a live, you know, if you put it by the battery, I would put it by the battery. That's going to be the safest place for it. It's not totally necessary, though. It's just more of a personal preference. And there again, don't worry about the size. Make it big. Go 200, 300 amp, because it's only there to protect the wire. It's not there to do anything else. So, you know, and I feel that if you go too small on it, it kind of defeats the purpose of doing the big 3 in the first place. So, if you want maximum current flow and you're willing to just keep an eye on it and make sure you put a lot of shielding around it so that it won't heat up, melt, or do any of the other garbage, you know, go bare bones, man. Go to commando style.
Okay, so this is in Spanish. Ardilla, he say, how can I watch my phone on the 4800?
We have a handful of videos on that, man.
So, si quieres, ve al canal de YouTube que tenemos y ponle cómo puedo ver mi teléfono en mi radio AVH.
AVH 2016 playlist.
AVH 2016 y ahí te das cuenta. Depende qué tipo de teléfono, si tienes Android o iPhone. So chécalo
like
ahí.
6 videos that'll do that for you.
All right. So Alex say the best remote start for 2003 Silverado.
I mean, we sell Viper. We don't do a lot of remote starts here in Florida because it doesn't get cold and it's so hot that typically it won't cool the car down in the 2 minutes it takes to walk to your car. So, you know, any one of the big 2, you got Viper, you got, what's the other one? iDaddling's even making them now.
Yeah, Avatal. Well, it's the same.
Avatal. Or not, that's that. No, what's the other one? Either way, yeah, I mean, Viper's the old faithful.
But we carry Viper, yeah.
Viper does a great job.
Yeah. All right, so Ashley say, are there any good YouTube car audio channels do you follow?
Like we said earlier, the Carphonics. No.
That's what she say.
Yeah, no, Soundman. I love Soundman, but he's not really as much sound anymore. It's just
not how he used to.
No, it's him in his garage fixing his Ford and his the beater.
But sometimes it's fun.
It is funny, but no, Carphonics is entertaining to watch. It's a vlog that they do in their install bay. You know, car audio fabricators, if you want to know how to do...
David, that's what he said.
Car audio fabricators, if you want to know how to do fabrication stuff. He really doesn't talk about anything other than fabrication.
Steve Mead.
Steve Mead is amusing.
Yeah.
He's a little bit he's the oldest guy that's been doing it. Down for Sound, Life of Price. I think it's called Life of Price. Trying to think of who else I follow here. Hold on, I have it on here. Give me 1 second. I should have looked this up. Hold on, what do we got? Big D Wiz.
Big D Wiz.
Old school car stereo. If you like to see reviews of old amplifiers, it's not vlogging per se. It's just more of like tech, but it's still I love listening. He's got a great voice. Anthony J350. He's out of Canada. He does a show that's got some car audio and some Nissan modification stuff. Life of Price. That's about it. That's all I got. Obviously, outside of the world of car audio, Casey Neistat, Sean Duras.
Okay, so for Diego, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Thank you for staying, man. See you next week. You have to go.
I have to go.
Yeah.
Fishman is old school. Fishman is very old school.
Exo. He's...
Oh yeah, Exo. Dude, I forgot about him.
Yeah.
You know, I was
Thank
what
you.
I was doing Saturday night.
He do a lot
goofy.
of stuff.
He does a lot, man. He's got
Yeah.
a huge following. He's an SPL guy, but he wow. I like to call it rednecks with cameras. He does. I enjoy him. I watch him. I watch him. You know, I watch him.
Crazy stuff.
I was watching him Saturday night, and it was like, wow. I you know, Fishman is old school for sure, Steve.
Yeah. All right.
I don't think he does videos anymore though. I don't know if he's ever done videos. He tried to have a TV show, yeah.
That's an old
I
school.
don't know how that panned out. All right, is that everybody?
That's everybody.
All right, I think at that note, we're going to call it a night. We're going to get out of here. Cardio Etc. He is out of New Zealand. You're right, I've seen that guy. It's a young dude. Totally cool, yeah. Maybe one day we'll just do a video on everyone else's channel. All right, we're going to call it a night. We're going to get out of here. We're going to mosey on, whatever. You guys, thank you very much for watching. Check out the new vlog. Tell us what you think.
Yeah. James, Car Audio.
Yeah, that's
there
him.
you go.
Let us know what you think. If it's something you want us to keep doing, we'll keep doing it. Otherwise, we'll keep doing all the shows we do. We appreciate you guys very much, and thank you as always for watching.
See you next week.
You guys have a great night, and we will see you when? Later. Next time. Bye.